Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It is so great to be with you on another wonderful weekend. We are excited to celebrate Shabbat today with our 4th and 5th grade class who have been working so very hard to bring Shabbat alive into your living rooms and your bedrooms and your kitchens and wherever you might be joining us on this Shabbat. They have taken the opportunity to record some wonderful parts of the Shabbat service, and other parts we'll do together. But in the meantime, Shabbat Shalom. Let us begin with the words of Hine Matovu Manaim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, how great it is to be together, celebrating Shabbat as one.
Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
May all who enter this synagogue, may this door be wide enough for us to receive them. May this door be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold not be a stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. We continue with the words of Shalom Aleichem, led by our 4th and 5th grade class. We continue with the words of our kindling of the Shabbat light, bringing into our lives the light that Shabbat brings with it. As you may have your candles with you, I invite you to light them, as will I. Maybe. Wants to be really stubborn today. Right down to the end. And we say, Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Asher Kedeshanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu Lahadlik Ner Shel Shabbat. Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We let those lights glow in our service as we continue with the words of the Baruch Hu, led by our class. I invite you to rise if you would like and are able at this time. God, you gave us the Torah to show us that you love us. May it always be a friend at our side. The Torah is our teacher. It tells us what is right and wrong. It shows us how to live good lives. Be with us always when we study Torah. Be with us always as we try to live good lives. We praise you, eternal God, who gave the Jewish people the Torah. It is your special gift to us, your gift of love. We continue with the words of the Shema as we join with our 4th and 5th graders. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Adonai Elohechem Emet. We continue with the words of the Micha Mocha, celebrating our freedom as we join together with our class. As we move from the words of our Micha Mocha, we invite our 4th and 5th grade class to lead us in the Amidah, our standing prayer, as we join together. As we turn from the words of Shalom Rav, asking for peace to reign amongst us, we turn to the words of Misha Berach La'avotenu V'imotenu, asking God to grant healing of the body, healing of the soul, healing of the spirit to all those who are in need. We bring forth all those who are in need into our hearts and into our minds as we ask for this special blessing. Well, it would not be a family service if we didn't have a short story to tell. So let us tell a story about clocks. There were old clocks and there were new clocks in an old town in Eastern Europe, when one day all of the clocks just stopped working. There were wooden clocks, there were metal clocks, there were beautiful clocks and plain clocks, but they all stopped working at exactly the same time, 12:57. And everybody in the town started to panic. As time was extremely important, they didn't know what to do. So they started beginning to work their hardest to try to fix the problem, and everybody opened the clocks to look to see what was wrong with the inside, with all of the gears. Maybe there was something explainable. But not a single person in the entire town could figure out what was wrong with the clocks. Now, this was a long time ago, and well, every single clock had to be wound, and if it wasn't wound, it was never right. So everybody tried winding the clocks once and replacing the springs and to see what would happen, but not a single clock started ticking again. They tried shaking them, they tried their tools, they tried taking them apart, they tried putting them back together, but everything was met with defeat. And the days passed and the weeks passed and they waited, but not a single clock actually started working. And so time moved forward, even without the help of the clocks. And weeks turned to months, and months turned to years, and seasons changed, and spring turned to summer, to fall, and to winter, and over again. And the clocks, they began to rust. One day, a few years later, somebody showed up at the doorstep, and she was a clockmaker. And this woman knew everything that you could know about clocks. And realizing the chance that she had to fix all of these clocks, she came running to each and every family, asking if they could use her help. And as she started looking at each of the clocks, she would open it and she would sigh. And she would look at its owner and she'd say, "I'm sorry, but I can't fix your clock. You see, it's rusted. Over all of these years, there's just simply nothing that I can do." And she moved to the next person and she would sigh again. "I'm so sorry, but I can't fix your clock." And this clockmaker, she made her way down the line. She looked at every subsequent clock, growing more and more forlorn as she had to tell its owner that there was nothing that she could do to help them to fix their clock. And it wasn't until the very last clock that she smiled and looked at the owner and said, "In fact, I can fix your clock. Because unlike all the other clocks, your clock is ready." And everybody turned to the owner of this clock and they said, "How could it be that all the other clocks didn't work, but yours can still be fixed?" And the owner smiled and she said, "Well, you see, mine, I still wound it every single day, even if I knew that winding it wasn't going to do anything. And by winding it, mine never rusted. And over the course of time, as yours rusted, it became stuck exactly where it was. But because I wound it with some hope that somebody was going to come, that a clockmaker would be here to fix it, I wound it and wound it every day, staying with my hope. And in fact, today, that hope became reality as my clock began to tick again." Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Let us turn to the words of Aleinu as we once again join with our class and rise if we would like and are able at this time.
Aleinu shabeach la'olam latenu la'yom bereshit shalom asanu k'voyei aratzon ve'lo samanu
As we turn from the words of Aleinu, we turn to the words of Mourner's Kaddish, of Kaddish Yatom, and we bring into our hearts all of those who we have lost. As we say, Yesh Kokavim, there are stars up above, so far away we only see their light when long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we love, that their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest nights, these are the stars and lights that guide us as we live our days, and these are those who we remember. On this Shabbat, we bring to light the yahrzeits of Elsie Heinze, Philip Cohen, Christina Crowley, Shirley Rain, Elaine Vetta, Irene Jacobi, Morris Sherman, Robert Dietz, Berta Sherman, Donna Throckmorton, Jacob Bettman, Anita Wilson, Isidore Farber, and Leah Klein. In addition, we remember those who have recently been taken from us. We remember Marianne Coates and Cheryl Keene. We join together in the words of our mourner's Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, Balma divrach yirte v'amlich malchute, B'chayachon uvyomachon, V'chaye kol Beit Yisrael, Bagala v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'olam omei omaya, Yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar v'yitalal shemei dukudasha b'reichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to all who are bereaved, bring peace to all of us, to which we say, amen. Allow us to turn now to the words of our Kiddush, sanctifying the Shabbat with our wine. I invite us to join together as we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'avav ratzonin kilanu, zikaron lemase bereshit, ki hu yom techila lemikrai kodesh, Zecher Litziat Mitzrayim, Kivanu V'charta, Ve'otanu Kidashta, Mikol Hamim, V'shabbat Kodecha Be'ahava Uvratzon, Inchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. L'chaim. And of course, we say the words of our motzi. We say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Blessed are you, God, ruler of the universe, who brings forth sustenance from the earth. And our 4th and 5th grade class will carry us out. They chose the song One Day by Madas Yahu to be our closing song tonight. So let us join them in wishing for peace and wholeness in our world.
Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down.
Well, we thank our 4th and 5th grade class and Mary and Evan and Renee for leading them through all of their service preparation, wishing everybody a Shabbat Shalom, and we are looking forward to a great week ahead. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.